The relationship between Ghana and the United States, a bond forged in shared aspirations and mutual understanding, is built on decades of shared democratic values, a commitment to human rights, and mutual respect that has weathered many storms. This enduring connection has been a cornerstone of stability in the region. Beyond politics, this partnership is deeply economic and cultural, fostering trade, investment, and people-to-people exchanges that enrich both nations. The U.S. has been a key partner providing aid, particularly in sectors like healthcare and education, investment, fueling economic growth and creating opportunities for Ghanaian entrepreneurs, and loans that have shaped modern Ghana, supporting infrastructure development and vital social programs. Since independence in 1957, a pivotal moment in African history, Ghana has been one of America's most stable allies in West Africa, a beacon of democracy, and a reliable partner in promoting regional security. This alliance has endured global shifts, leadership changes, and evolving geopolitics, demonstrating its resilience and adaptability in a complex world. U.S. presidents from Clinton to Obama, recognizing Ghana's importance on the African continent, have visited Accra, reaffirming these strong ties and underscoring the strategic importance of the relationship. These visits often brought new commitments, solidifying the partnership of aid and investment, further intertwining the two nations' futures and paving the way for greater collaboration. But with financial support comes responsibility, a crucial aspect of any international partnership. Ghana is expected to manage and repay its debts, demonstrating fiscal prudence and responsible governance. Honoring these commitments is crucial, not only for financial stability, for Ghana's reputation as a reliable partner, but also for attracting future investment and support. The global financial community, including the IMF and World Bank, institutions that play a vital role in global economic stability, closely watches how Ghana manages its obligations as it sets a precedent for other nations in the region. Today, as economic pressures mount, exacerbated by global uncertainties, Ghana's debt sustainability is under scrutiny, raising concerns about its long-term economic prospects. A recent statement from a top Ghanaian official, addressing the nation's economic challenges, has brought this relationship into sharp focus, highlighting the complexities and challenges that lie ahead. This moment could define Ghana-US relations for years to come, shaping the future of their partnership and influencing the broader geopolitical landscape of West Africa. To truly grasp the weight and impact of the recent statement delivered to the U.S. Senate, we must first understand the man who stood before them, the individual behind it. That man is Samuel Okudzeto Ablakwa, Ghana's esteemed foreign minister. He is not just a politician, he is a seasoned diplomat and currently serves as the nation's chief diplomat, representing Ghana on the global stage. Therefore, his words carry not only his personal conviction, but also the full authority and backing of the Ghanaian government. Ablakwa is widely known and respected for his sharp intellect, unwavering passion, and deep commitment to upholding Ghana's sovereignty and protecting its interests. He proudly represents the people of the North Tong constituency in Parliament, and throughout his distinguished career, he has held key and influential roles, including serving as Deputy Minister of Information and Deputy Minister of Education. This extensive experience has provided him with a deep and nuanced insight into the multifaceted challenges and pressing priorities facing Ghana today. Ablakwa stands as a fierce and unwavering defender of Ghana's interests, both on the domestic front and in the complex arena of international relations. Beyond his diplomatic skills, he's also a strong and vocal advocate for accountability, transparency, and responsible governance, particularly when it comes to the management of public finance. His well-earned reputation as a dedicated watchdog of public funds and resources lends significant weight and credibility to his statements and assurances regarding the nation's debt and financial obligations. When he speaks about Ghana's financial commitments and economic policies, it's with a deep sense of conviction, a thorough understanding of the intricacies involved, and a clear grasp of the high stakes for the nation. In his capacity as foreign minister, he serves as the official voice and representative of President Akufo-Addo's government on the complex and ever-evolving world stage. Therefore, his recent message delivered to the U.S. Senate should not be interpreted as a mere personal opinion or sentiment. It is a carefully considered articulation of national policy. The strategic choice of Minister Ablakwa to deliver this crucial message underscores the level of seriousness and importance that Ghana attaches to this matter. the international community invariably listens with keen attention when he speaks on behalf of Ghana. His words carry significant weight and reflect the unwavering resolve of a nation that is deeply committed to honoring its obligations and upholding its international commitments. Foreign Minister Ablakwa's message to the U.S. Senate was clear and powerful. He pledged that Ghana is fully committed to repaying every single dollar borrowed from the United States. This was not diplomatic rhetoric, it was a binding promise. The statement aimed to dispel doubts about Ghana's willingness or ability to manage its debt. In a time of global economic instability, such clarity is rare. Ablakwa's vow was a proactive move to reassure both the U.S. government and investors. By specifying every single dollar, he left no room for ambiguity. This was not a request for debt relief or renegotiation, it was a promise to pay. Addressing the Senate directly, Ablakwa appealed to the heart of American decision-making. The gesture was one of respect and trust, reinforcing the foundation of the Ghana-U.S. partnership. Ghana looked its most important creditor in the eye and gave its word. The world took notice. Ablakwa's promise is more than words, it's a statement of national honor and credibility. In an era of frequent debt crises, Ghana's commitment stands out. It signals to the world that Ghana is a trustworthy partner, attracting future investment and favorable borrowing terms. For the U.S., this assurance validates decades of support and strengthens the case for continued engagement. A reliable repayment record from Ghana reassures American lawmakers and silences critics. The promise stabilizes economic relations, removing uncertainty and keeping diplomatic ties strong. It allows both nations to focus on broader cooperation, security, trade, and health without the shadow of debt. This stability is vital for long-term planning in both Accra and Washington. The pledge is a cornerstone for the future of the partnership. For Ghana, it's a bold step toward economic leadership in Africa. For the U.S., it's confirmation that its investment in Ghana continues to pay off. This is more than a transaction, it's a powerful diplomatic gesture. Ghana's economic relationship with the United States is a multifaceted and enduring one. It is deeply rooted in Ghana's journey as an independent nation, a journey that began with immense promise and a vision for a prosperous future. Since its independence in 1957, the United States has been a consistent partner in Ghana's development, offering support and collaboration across various sectors. This partnership was symbolized early on by the ambitious Akosombo Dam project, a testament to Ghana's aspirations for industrialization and progress. U.S. funding, channeled through institutions like the World Bank and also through direct bilateral loans, powered Ghana's infrastructure development and economic growth for decades, laying the foundation for future prosperity. Throughout the complex dynamics of the Cold War, Ghana's strategic importance in the region ensured that U.S. aid continued to flow, even as political landscapes and priorities shifted on both sides. Over the years, USAID has invested billions of dollars in Ghana's crucial sectors such as agriculture, public health initiatives, education at all levels, and good governance practices. This sustained support has played a significant role in building strong institutions within Ghana and improving the overall quality of life for its citizens. The relationship between the two nations deepened even further with Ghana's return to democratic governance in the 1990s, marking a new chapter in their partnership. The United States actively backed Ghana's democratic transition and provided substantial development grants, most notably through the Millennium Challenge account, designed to promote economic growth and reduce poverty. These strategic investments signaled a clear expression of America's confidence in Ghana's political and economic stability, fostering a stronger bond between the two countries. Ghana's outstanding debts to the United States are not the result of any single transaction, but rather the accumulation of decades of collaborative partnership, reflecting a long-term commitment to mutual growth and development. Therefore, repayment is not merely a financial obligation, but an act of honoring a long and storied history of cooperation and mutual respect. It's a powerful sign of respect and gratitude for a partner that has consistently stood by Ghana through some of its most defining and challenging moments. These financial ties are intricately woven into the very fabric of the Ghana-U.S. relationship, representing a bond built on shared values, mutual interests, and a commitment to a prosperous future for both nations. Ablakwa's statement comes amid serious economic challenges for Ghana. The COVID-19 pandemic and global slowdown hit Ghana hard, disrupting trade and straining finances. The war in Ukraine drove up fuel and food prices, worsening inflation. Ghana's public debt had been rising, fueled by ambitious development projects. By 2022, high debt, inflation, and a weakening CDI triggered a crisis. Ghana turned to the IMF for a $3 billion bailout, agreeing to tough reforms. Debt restructuring became necessary, involving negotiations with multiple creditors. In this context, a bloc was promised to the U.S. stands out. Debts to America are off-limits for restructuring. This move prioritizes the U.S. relationship even as Ghana seeks relief elsewhere. It's a careful balancing act between immediate needs and long-term alliances. The foreign minister's declaration sparked strong reactions on both sides of the Atlantic. In Washington, officials welcomed Ghana's commitment as a responsible gesture. U.S. State Department spokespeople reaffirmed the value of the partnership. Senate aides described the statement as trust-building and timely. In Ghana, government supporters praised the move as diplomatic mastery. They argue it secures confidence from a crucial ally and paves the way for future investment. The opposition, however, questioned the wisdom of singling out one creditor during a debt crisis. They warn it could complicate negotiations with other partners and demand transparency on how the promise will be fulfilled. The debate highlights the political pressures facing the government. Navigating international commitments while managing domestic concerns is no easy task. The long-term impact of this promise on Ghana's reputation and economy is significant. Publicly committing to repay the U.S. enhances Ghana's credibility with investors and credit agencies. Over time, this can lower borrowing costs and attract foreign investment. Ablakwa's statement signals to the world that Ghana is a dependable partner. This could spur new investments in energy, technology, and manufacturing, creating jobs and growth. Diplomatically, prioritizing the U.S. relationship gives Ghana leverage in negotiations with other creditors. The support of a powerful ally like the U.S. can influence broader restructuring talks. However, the government must now deliver. Fiscal discipline and tough choices lie ahead. Ghanaians will watch to ensure the promise is kept without undue hardship. If managed well, this could be a turning point, cementing Ghana's role as a responsible African leader. The world is watching. Ghana's bold pledge to the U.S. Senate could redefine its global standing. It's a statement of intent about the nation Ghana aspires to be: stable, trustworthy, and forward-looking. This approach may serve as a model for other African nations facing debt challenges. If Ghana succeeds, it could become a diplomatic and economic leader on the continent. The promise also opens doors for deeper U.S.-Ghana cooperation in security, trade, and development. Trust is the currency of international relations, and Ghana is investing wisely. By choosing honor and commitment, Ghana is charting a course toward a more secure and influential future. This is how nations earn respect on the world stage.